Angel, is that you? Listen, child. Ooh, you kind of caught me off guard there, but that's all right. It's good to see you, girl. Where you been? What took you so long to come back? Anywho, I'm happy you're here. Do me a favor. Go on over to StyleSeat.com/TouchByTy Hair Co. and book your girl. If you're in the DC, DMV area and you need to get your zoots done or that face glam, hit me up. Books are always open and I'm always accepting new clients. Go on and book me on Style Seat. Head over to Instagram at TouchByTy Hair Co. and click that book now button or give us a call 202-539-2202 to set up your appointment or consultation. You know I love you. You know I'm happy that you came back. It's good to see you. Stay tuned for the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in a sec. When you've been blessed, feels like heaven. When you've been blessed, pass it on, pass it on. What y'all know about that song? Pate LaBelle. Hey, angels. I miss y'all, even though I was there yesterday. What y'all been up to? What you been up to? Put your ones in the chat if you're in the room. Put your ones in the chat if you're in the room. Come on in. See, this is why you should have your notifications on. Okay, you should be following all the channels. We're now streaming live from all platforms with the exception of Instagram. Okay, my iPad is dead today. I know. I get it. And to be honest, I'm going to be real with y'all. Like, I was not going to come up here today. I'm just leaving cheer practice. The girls really worked me out. I'm really sore. My ankles are sore. Kind of exhausted. My back is hurting. But I'm like, I got to be consistent. Okay. These shows are going to start coming to y'all during the day. All right. They're going to be daily, midday shows because my schedule is changing and I think my life is about to change drastically with me giving back. So they'll probably in the day, make sure you are subscribed. You're following all of our social media outlets at TalksWitTy on everything. Okay. And so you can know when I go live. All right. Today we will be talking about something that I want to talk about. Okay. Get your kids. Get your children's. Okay. It has to be addressed. Okay. It has to be addressed. It has to be addressed. Hey, Ma, what's up? All right. Y'all see, y'all already know what time it is. What time is it actually? Oh, it's 8:21. It's late for me, y'all. It's late for me to come up here. But again, working on consistency. We're talking about these kids today. Okay. And without further ado, you already know what time it is. Cue the intro. Ah! So I don't know if you guys have been following me lately, but I've been on my cricket journey, okay? And for a while, y'all, because y'all know I'm in the t-shirt making and all of that. Y'all see my t-shirt? Hold on, let me take this off the screen so you can see my t-shirt because I'm proud of it. Hold on. Gosh, my legs hurt. Can y'all see it? Oh my God. Hold on. I'm stepping on my earphones. Okay, so this is one of my cheer logos that I created. Working the breeze. And I got to turn all the way around to show y'all the back. Hold on. As you see how slow I'm moving, I show y'all my age. Yeah. What was this called? Oh, that's the back of it. Somebody always on here when I'm going live. Okay. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. What is that? Okay. So I always get knocked off. As y'all can see, somebody just called me. I had to let them know that I'm live. But yeah, that's my t-shirt for today. And this is a design that I designed when I first started. This is not Cricut. This is DTF work. Okay. This is this was made with the DTF hack. This was made with the sublimation ink on a DTF film and pressed into the shirt. Okay, on 100% cotton. And so lately I've been on my vinyl journey. Okay, and Cricut is a beast of its own. Let me tell you, respect the craft, man, and respect these crafters and respect their price because it's real deal Holyfield around here. So today was my first time actually putting vinyl on something. As y'all can see, my screen distorts because I'm on a green screen. So anything that's green is going to disappear. So the bottom of my bottle has disappeared, or it appears clear because it's green. But y'all can see this hot pink Coach towel in here. And as you can see, the top of it got cut off because I don't know, but it did. But I'm just happy to get it onto the bottle. Okay, that goes to show y'all how long my journey has come. But without further ado, let's get into the subject. These kids, listen, get your kids. Okay, get your kids, and I mean that in the most respectful and healthy way possible. Kids these days, first of all, we have to stop expecting our children to do the things that we did. They're not growing up in the times that we grew up in. Their technology, their ability to tap into things is way, way, way more advanced than what we had coming up. I'm 39 years old, so I'm a true 80s baby. All right. And I was raised in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, and things were really different. They were better, if you ask me. It's off the chain now. But it is what it is. And times have changed. So, with that being said, we have got to change parenting. All right. You cannot be using 1984 parenting skills on 2023 children. By all means, you can use what you have and the knowledge that you have to instill into their character, right? But that happens at a young age. Character's built in the beginning, okay? Or it starts being built in the beginning. And you learn and you grow and you add to and you take away from. Um, but the kids now are off the chain. So today on my way to practice, I caught the bus. And, I live near a private school, okay, in Washington, D.C. So I'm not going to name the school, but this particular school, all the private school kids got on the bus. And it had to be maybe about 30 of them off the chain. Disrespectful, loud, obnoxious, off the chain. So as I'm sitting there, I make a decision to just observe what's happening. And so as I'm observing this, I'm looking around and I'm like, you have some that maintain their coof. Okay. They act like they came from a home with some home training. They act like they had sense. But there were some other ones that were just off the chain. And I thought to myself, one or two things. Either these particular students are really off the chain or they're followers and they're being something that they're not so that they look cool and they looked lit, right? And it bothered me. As you know, all of these children were Black or Hispanic. There were no white people. Okay. And the way that they carried on was insane. And I thought to myself, this is the future of America. Like, this is it. And it was bothersome to me because more of the children were acting out than the ones that had sense. And as I look around and I'm observing these children, I see this young man whom of which I know his mother very well. And I look at him and I'm like, dang, that's such and such son. Wow. And he maintained himself in such good posture. She would be proud. So you think about people and how they come up and how they are raised and stuff like that. And then you wonder, hmm, how's your home? What are you raised in? Or you see them acting crazy and you're like, what the hell be going on in your house? You know? And so it's not always a home thing. Sometimes you just have kids who are followers and they follow the fools. Which I don't understand that because I've never been that type of kid, or adult. But I think that has a lot to do with my upbringing. So I wanted to talk about these kids today as a parent of a child. Now I want to start off and say I have been extremely blessed with my children. God kissed my reproductive organs. Okay. He literally kissed my vagina in the most positive way. And I know that sounds crazy, but when I say kiss, I mean like blessed it, blessed my womb because my children are amazing. They're not perfect, but they are perfectly amazing. My kids have given me no issues. No, like God really, really blessed me with the boys that I have. Like I can't, when I look at what's going on, when I look at some of the things that some of these parents are going through, my soul cries, because I'm like, my son is their age, or damn, like I just can't imagine going through having a troubled teen or young adult and not knowing what to do, you know. But trouble happens from trauma. Okay. Something happens or something has happened along the way, or maybe nothing has happened, and that's the problem. So I think that as a community, and I feel like only people who are trying to help the community can speak on this. It bothers me when I hear people have conversations about like this one, these kids today. Oh, get your kids. This, like, I get it. But I feel like the kids lack because they don't have the guidance. And when I was coming up, my neighbor could whip my ass. Like my teacher could pop me on my hind parts. Like anybody. My grandma clients could whip my ass if they saw me outside doing something crazy. And like it wasn't this, oh, don't put your hands on my child. It wasn't as crazy as it is now. Like it really was the community raising the child. And it's such a double-edged sword because now we live in a time where mental health is a really, really big thing. And you can't you're hesitant to get involved in people's situations when it doesn't involve you. But I want to challenge all the adults out there because this is Mindful Mondays, you know what I'm saying? So I try to bring good seed and plant good seed in the soil so that it bears fruit, that it bears a good harvest. All right. So Mindful Mondays, I'm challenging everybody this Monday to think about what they could do to like empower the young people around them, whether that be your children or somebody else's child, right? What can you do to empower and bring about positive change? And that's very hard in these communities. I'm from an inner city. I live in Washington, D.C. And it's really bad here. Like, it's really bad here. I think we're like number one for juvenile homelessness. The drug epidemic is real bad here. We have a lot of young children on drugs, a lot of young teens, like, and I ain't talking like weed. I'm talking like hard drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like bad. And I want, my heart hurts for certain situations. Um I was and I'm gonna talk about this for a second because it bothered me. Maybe a couple months since I've been moved back, we had an incident where a young juvenile child was shot in his back. He was breaking, or allegedly he was breaking into cars, and a a government employee who lived in the neighborhood saw him and came out. And I don't know if all this has been proven in court. It was alleged. I hear that there's some video out with this though. And he fired off a warning shot, which caused these young teens to disperse because they were breaking into people's cars. And his friends left him, and I guess he's running down the street saying, don't shoot," allegedly. And the resident shot him in the back, killing the young boy. And it was like the biggest controversy in the city that I had seen in a long time. Because here you have a young juvenile running away. So that means he's not posing threat, he's running away. And you have a resident who's fed up, who's over it. And he does what he feels is the correct thing to do. Now, there's a lot of things wrong with this picture. And this is why I say this. It's sad. It's sad. A young boy lost his life due to just not making good decisions. Had he not been in that situation, he may still be living today. But then you have someone who truthfully used the gun irresponsibly. Y'all know I'm a gun advocate. I am huge on have everybody being able to bear arms. I don't keep that a secret. I got a couple myself. So I get it, right? I get it. But this situation wasn't a situation to go about things in the way that I feel like the resident did. That's just my personal opinion. But what bothered me the most is that they had a press conference after this, and they allowed this now deceased young man, who 14 years old now, they allow his mother to speak. And the level of rage that I experienced from watching that conference was disturbing to me. Like, I really had to get myself together because I don't think that parents nowadays understand the responsibility that you have to your child. Children do not ask to be here. Okay? So therefore they should not have to bear your trouble. We choose to bring these children into the world. This young lady gets up there and she's crying and she's upset, and I'm feeling sorry for her. I'm like, oh my God, this is devastating. I have a 13-year-old son. Like, this is terrible. And in her talking, she says he was the man of the house. He was the man of the house. Y'all, I was so mad. I was so fucking pissed off. He was the man of the house. So you got your son killed. Immediately, that's what I thought. Your son was trying to provide or do whatever he felt like he needed to do so that he could be the man of the house. At 14, he don't have no business having that type of weight on his shoulders. But you as the mama put it there. See, women, our sons are not our men. They're not obligated to take care of us. They're our children. We are obligated to take care of them until they become adults. And then as mothers, we continue to plant good seed in them so that they can go on and be amazing men. We don't make them pay all our bills. We don't give them the responsibility of making sure we're kept and doing this and doing that. They're not our men, nor are they responsible for us. And I know that that sounds harsh, but that's facts. My son is 19 years old. He has an amazing career. Any help that he gives me is just that help. It's a blessing. But at no point is it his responsibility to make sure that my bills are paid, that I'm taken care of, that I come and go, that I'm doing. It's not his responsibility. When he becomes a man, he creates for himself. I turn him away into the world, cover him with God and let him be. I'm not his responsibility. I'm his mom. Whatever he chooses to do for me, I'm grateful, but he don't have to do it. I don't have to do nothing for my daddy or my mama. I'm their child. It was their responsibility they brought me here. I didn't ask to be here. So it was their responsibility to raise me. Like, I think we got it messed up. And that's why the kids are kind of lost. At some point, we put the pressure of life on them at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 years old, and they're still children. Like, the nerve of you to get up here and say, he was the man of the house, you idiot. Like, that's just as bad as you putting a gun to your son's back and pulling the trigger. Because you may have very well been the reason why he was out here breaking into cars. See, I got a problem with that. I think that we as a community have to do better. One positive voice can make a difference. I'm not saying that it does. Most of the time, hell, keeping it real, it doesn't. But it's there. And when we get on the subject of our children, which are our future, I hear a lot of people chime in on these type of subjects very, very often. But you're not doing anything to bring about change. And so that bothers me. Yes, it's my responsibility to raise and love on my children, but I do have a responsibility to, if a child is in danger, say something at minimum, do something. Yes, there is a double-edged sword because you could possibly get yourself hurt. But I just can't stand by and just watch nonsense go on. So I've made a conscious decision, and it's very small, but to coach cheerleading. Because I feel like if I could just grasp one, maybe two young women and help them with their mindset, then I can create change in them positively. And this isn't to say that they don't come from good homes. I met all of my girls today for the first time. They're all beautiful young women. And they look like they come from great homes. But you never know what kids are dealing with. And everybody needs an outlet, including us as adults. These kids today are this way because of us. I'm just saying. Because of the elders. Some way, somewhere, we lost it. I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know how. Things that weren't cool are now cool. When I was coming up, like twerking and shaking your ass and doing all that shit wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't cool. It's cool for girls to be kept. You feel me? Like, conduct yourself in a certain manner. And it wasn't that girls weren't twerking and getting it in. They was, but they were treated differently. You know what I'm saying? Now you got these young girls, they want to look like, and this is no shade. Like, this is no shade, but I'm not knocking nobody. Like, do what you do. But like, they want to look like the people on the stroll. You know, they want to be half naked all the time. Like, it's the new norm. It's so different. Like, nobody leaves anything to the imagination anymore. Men or women. This is not just a woman thing, but like, it's just different. Times have really changed and it's really, really different. So I think, I'm not saying we got to go back to what we used to do, because we may not have to do that. But what I am saying is that we influence these children today more than we think we do. Respect and loyalty, principality, all those things have kind of went out the window. There are no morals. They just don't exist. It's all hose bar. So you got to figure out how to be effective in that realm. How to build positive character and everything around you in that realm, kids included. You know, I think we had an era where there were a lot of kids having kids. Hell, I was 19 when I had my first son. I was still a kid. I didn't know what I was doing. I think I learned along the way. But I think my morals, good order, and discipline is what kept me, you know, and I owe that to all of my family, you know, my upbringing. And I try to pass that along in the sport of cheering. I just don't want anyone to pass me by and say I didn't try. You know what I'm saying? It's mindful thinking. Just try to bring about positive change, and I think that we don't have a lot of that. And what we do have of that, it's not being talked about. It's not being broadcast. You know, we just had a racially motivated mass shooting in Jacksonville, Florida, last week or this past weekend. And it's sad. Like, we really are living in our last days, and it really is something to think about. No next minute is promised for any of us. So I'm going to leave with this. If you're not planting good seed, how do you expect a good harvest? It's not going to happen. You have to plant good seed, whatever that may look like for you. If you're hurting people, causing harm, how can you ever expect something to come back to you positively? It's not going to happen. What you put in is what you get out. So be kind and plant good seed as much as you possibly can, because you got to return a good harvest. You got to. You got to. That's it for Mindful Mondays tonight. I'm tired, but I did want to get up here and just talk about this, because I think it's very important for us to understand as adults that the youth needs us. And whether or not we know it, we need them. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. As you know, go ahead and hit the like, share, subscribe button. Be kind to your kids, man. Take care of your kids. Know that you're a blessing. Hey, Monica. Hey, girl. I'm about to log off. You missed the show. Go ahead and hit the playback. Make sure you tell somebody you love them, man. Tomorrow, I promise. I'll see y'all later on this week. Talks with Ty the podcast out. Bye.
Hey, Angel. Hey, girl. How you doing? What took you so long to get here? Anyway, I'm happy that you came back. It's your girl, Ty, aka Talks with Ty the podcast, and I appreciate you clicking on this video. If you haven't, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Also, I need you to do me one quick favor. go on over to Spotify and iTunes, okay? Podcast, that is. Type in TalksWitTy and hit that follow button. That way, if you miss me here on YouTube, you're able to catch me while you're riding to work or just you need a minute to decompress. Come on in the room, girl. Let's talk about it. It's your girl, Ty. I'm so happy you came back. Now stay tuned for the episode. Hit that like and share button. I'll see you in a sec.
Human beings have one job. Self-care. Take care of yourself so that when the people you love fall, your arms will be strong.
That's not a flex, that's to let you know I'm not the one who took 3 or 4. Got really, really tired of waiting at doors. Just moving no right to tell me where to go. So I'm taking it in my hands before I'm only taking back everything that belongs to me. You ain't gonna come through and control the undo all that I have done. I'm back on my way, yeah. Fuck out my face, you won't see me break, cause I know what made me, yeah. Stay out of my lane, hear me when I say I'm not here to save you. I'm not here to save you. That's for you and your makeup, cause I'm on my way up. I'm back on my way. I can't save nobody. I put my cape down, sorry. I'm gonna need some boundaries, cause I'm keeping my peace. I can't save nobody. I put my cape down, sorry. I'm gonna need some boundaries,